In Mendel's monohybrid cross, he took a pure tall pea plant and crossed it with a pure dwarf pea plant. Pure means homozygous. And the allele for the pure tall pea plant is capital T, capital T. And the allele for the pure dwarf pea plant is small t, small t. Next step is your gamete formation. The gamete that will be produced by the pure tall pea plant will always carry capital T factor or gene. And the gamete that will be produced by the pure dwarf pea plant will always carry small t factor or small t genes. Okay. Now, these gametes will unite, okay, to produce the F1 individuals, that is the offsprings of the first generation. So the offsprings will have the genotypic combination capital T from one of the parent and small t from another parent. So the genotype of this offspring will be capital T and small t. That means over here the factors are different, the genes are different. That means it is not pure, it is hybrid. But this hybrid organism will be a tall pea plant because the tall character is dominant over the dwarf. Okay, so in the Mendel's monohybrid cross, in case of pea plant, the offsprings of the F1 individuals will be all or 100% all the offsprings will be hybrid tall pea plant. This you have already learned in the Mendel's monohybrid cross. Okay, now we need to understand what is back cross. Okay, back means to go back, isn't it? So now the offspring that you have got in the F1 generation, this is the offspring that you have got. Okay, now this offspring, if you cross this offspring that you have got in the F1 generation with any of the two parent, either with the dominant parent, we know that the tall character is dominant, either with the dominant parent or with the recessive parent. Recessive parent is the dwarf parent. So that is considered as back cross. So back cross means crossing the F1 individuals or the F1 hybrid with any of the two parents, either with the tall parent, that is dominant parent, or with the recessive parent, that is dwarf parent, is known as back cross. So we can say that the back cross is of two types. That is, one of the type is when you cross the F1 offspring, that is this hybrid offspring, with the dominant parent, that is with this parent, then that is also called back cross. And if you cross the F1 offspring, okay, this one with the recessive parent, that is small t, then that is also called back cross. And when you cross the F1 offspring or individuals with the recessive parent, then that type of back cross is also considered as test cross. Now let us see the back cross with both dominant parent and with the recessive parent. So you can see out here, this is the offspring of the F1 generation, okay, F1 individual that is crossed with the dominant parent, that is pure tall, okay. So this is the allele for the offspring of the F1 generation, that is capital T and small t, which is hybrid, okay, whereas the pure tall will have capital T because it is pure tall or homozygous. So the next step is your gamete formation. The gamete that will be produced by the hybrid tall pea plant will either carry capital T factor or small t factor, since both are there, okay. And the gamete that will be produced by the pure tall pea plant will always carry capital T factor because only T is there, capital T is only there, okay. So only one possibility is there, whereas out here two possibilities are there. Now the gametes will unite, okay, and the gametes can unite. This you can do it through checkerboard method also. So the first possibility is the gamete carrying capital T factor may unite with the gamete carrying capital T factor. So this will be the genotype of the offspring. Another possibility is the gamete carrying small t factor may unite with the gamete carrying capital T factor of this parent. So the combination will be capital T and small t. Okay, so this type of genotype will be produced. So if we look at the offspring that will be produced, we'll get that capital T, which means it is pure and T is dominating. So this type of offspring will be pure tall. And out here, since it is mixed, so this is not pure, this is hybrid, but this hybrid will also be tall because tall is dominant. Okay, so these offsprings that you have got in by crossing the F1 individual and with the dominant parent, you have got these two offsprings. Both the offsprings are tall. This is also tall, this is also tall from outside. That is, their phenotype is, when outer visible character is, both are tall. But if you look at their genotype, one is pure tall, another is hybrid tall. In the next case, if we cross the F1 individuals, okay, that is the offspring that we have got in the F1 generation, with the recessive parent. Recessive parent means small t, then what will happen? So, and this type of cross, if we are crossing with the recessive parent, it is also called test cross. This type of back cross is known as test cross. So the allele for the hybrid tall pea plant is capital T and small t, whereas the allele for the pure dwarf pea plant is small t, small t. Okay, the gamete that will be produced by the hybrid tall pea plant will either carry capital T factor or small t factor, because both are here. In this case, the gamete will always carry small t factor because it is pure dwarf or homozygous dwarf. Okay. Now, these gametes will unite to get the offspring. Offsprings means progeny or young ones. So, the first possibility is either the gamete carrying capital T factor may unite with the gamete carrying small t factor. So, this will be the genotypic combination. Okay. Next possibility is either the gamete carrying small t factor may unite with the gamete carrying small t factor. So this will be the genotype of the offspring. So in the offsprings we will get two types of offsprings. One of the type will be, since you can see over here, one is capital T and another is small t, but capital T is dominant, so it will be hybrid tall. Whereas another offspring will be both are small t, that means capital T is missing. That means in this case, the recessive character can also express because the dominant character is missing. So this type of offspring will be pure dwarf. So we'll get two offsprings. One will be hybrid tall, another will be pure dwarf. So this, when the F1 individuals is crossed with the recessive parent, it is called test cross. Okay, and back cross means crossing the F1 individual either with dominant or with recessive parent. That is called back cross. Test cross is usually done in order to test something, and in order to test or to find out or to detect the genotype of an organism. An organism, okay, may be like in this case a pea plant may be tall, okay, from outside, but the phenotype may be tall, but we don't know the actual genotypic character. So to check the actual genotypic character of an organism, test cross is usually done.